Hey guys, how's it going? So I know I've been kind of off the grid for a little bit. I've been really kind of moving. Um, TL guys started scrims a few days ago, so they asked me to move out and had to move out. So right now I'm in Travis's place. Travis Gafford, same guy who housed Double for a little bit. He's a really cool guy. Asked him if we could stay at his place for a little bit. So here I am, just for a few days, and then afterwards I'll figure out what to do. Probably go to another friend's place, and then maybe after that I'll go home for a few weeks until I figure out what I do with my team and all that stuff. Haven't signed anything yet, so free agent. So still deciding all those things. But yeah, one thing I want to go over is just season six patch notes, a lot of patch stuff, and well, basically season five still, but season six preseason, I guess, something like that. And I wanted to go over some of the mastery changes first, and then I'll go over a lot of the support stuff that changed for this patch. So first off, this is kind of a basic setup for masteries. I just put 12 points into both cunning and resolve, um, depending on what champions you play, depending on what the numbers actually turn out to be, and like how it feels. I'll change it up a little bit, but this is your default basically. Every support will go at least 12 points in cutting and 12 points in the resolve. Um, so I mean, a lot of these are very obvious. Like Wander, you're gonna be using this versus Savagery, you're not gonna really hitting minions. Um, this thing is significantly better. So like a lot of these are very obvious. Exceptions would be, for example, you wouldn't want too much meditation if you're like a Annie or like a Zyra maybe. You could actually use Merciless. Like I don't know. I'm not too sure about these ones yet, but generally most of these very obvious. The noble exceptions would be, let's see, some supports that don't think that you'll take much damage, like a Zyra or something like that, could use extra movement speed in Brush and River. Not sure about that yet. For example, Soraka could really use a Rooting Armor over the fly HP bonus, and she would also use Perseverance over Insight. And then the ones I'm not too sure about is whether or not I want points into one of these. I feel like, for example, Annie might want to go something like this, or if you have Magic Pen, then you can go something like, like this. I'm not too sure. Um, I actually don't think that the Wind Speaker's Blessing is very useful. Sure, it looks kind of nice on paper, but generally, if you're like a shield champion like a Soraka or a Janna, you would much rather just go into the street and onto Bonus Stone, which is actually really strong. 4% damage reduction and 8% reduction for enemy or for a ally champion, which in most cases is your AD carry. Most of the time, if you're playing Janna or Soraka, your AD carry kind of gets focused out and gets killed, and Bonus Stone prevents that. Basically, this master is actually very OP. I think they'll probably nerf this in the future. It's just way better than anything else for support. Um, if this does get nerfed, then this thing and this thing could become more attractive. But right now, it really seems like Bonus Stone is the best mastery for support, just add everything. And so it's kind of like a default page that I would use for 90% of my supports. But obviously, like I said, Soraka could change points a little bit, stuff like that. But overall, this is what I take. Um, so yeah,